Hey y'all, I want to tell you about the Pastry Mat. I love this. When I first joined Pampered Chef and I saw this in the catalog, I could hardly wait to get it. And I am so glad that I did. Okay, first, it's silicone. Okay, why is that significant? Well, for a lot of reasons. Oh, look, I made my hair blow. For the original Pastry Mat that Pampered Chef came up with was plastic. And of course, to save room in your kitchen, you're going to keep it rolled up. Well, my mama had the plastic one, and what she found was that when she would unroll it, it would want to roll up. And so she was constantly fighting with it, and so she never used it, right? Well, this one, as you can see, it wants to lay flat, so you have that going for it. All right, the other reason, and the thing that really attracted me to this one over the other ones that I've seen, is this is really big. This is huge. This is 24 inches in this direction, 16 inches in that. That's really big. Why does that matter to me? Because for Christmas, I make cinnamon rolls, and I have to roll them out to, yes, exactly 24 by 16. I've never had a mat big enough to work with. Love that. Okay, so it has the measurements right on the side. It has them in inches, and it does indeed have them in centimeters. And then in the middle, look right here, you can see that? We have our circles. So if you are rolling out your pastry dough, it's everywhere from 4 inches to 12 inches, so you know when you are where you're supposed to be. Love that. Now, it is silicone, right? So before this, I used to work on my countertop, which was, first we had a cat. So I would have to sterilize the top of the countertop. What a pain that was. And then trying to figure out what to do so my dough would not stick to my countertop. So I would use flour. I would use oil. That does work. But oh my goodness, what a mess to clean up afterward, right? So now I can do it right here on my mat, and this can go right, wash this right off in my sink. It is no problem at all. I usually do flour a little bit. And then, like I said, those cinnamon rolls, I can roll them right out, and it's fabulous. Now, when I make cinnamon rolls, after I'm done, is I cut them 1.5 inches thick. And again, I have these measurements right here so I can do them evenly. The question is how to do it. Now, I have done the dental floss trick where you take your dental floss and you go like that, and it kind of pops off. It kind of works, but it tends to squeeze my filling out. So sometimes I will use our offset spatula, or spreader, I think is what they call this. Small spreader, I call it the offset spatula. I make up names for things. Okay, and I'll use this because it's sharp enough to cut through, but not sharp enough to cut your mat. You don't want to use anything sharp on your mat because you can give it a little slice, and then what happens is you can have like civilizations rising and falling right in those little slices, and you don't want that to happen. So you want to be careful about that. So this would work, but the thing that really works, and I don't know where it is right now, is our black nylon knife. That's a great thing to have. In fact, even if you don't have the mat, you want that because it's great for cutting things like brownies. Okay, warm brownies, it's nylon. So, you know, if you cut a warm brownie with metal, it kind of goes and it builds up on the metal. It doesn't do that with nylon, but it won't cut your pan. All right, how nice is that? So add that nylon knife, that black nylon knife, to your list of things that you want to get, because again, it's great for your pans. It's also wonderful for this nonstick mat. One more thing about this pastry mat. It's resistant to 450 degrees. Why is that significant? For all of y'all who are candy makers, I know you have a surface that you can work on to make candy. All right, so if you are a baker, or if you're a candy maker, or if you want to be a baker or a candy maker, or if you know someone who you want them to bake for you or make you candy, get the Pastry Mat. You'll be so glad you did. All right, I'll talk to you later.